Hey everybody, my name is Jed Dearybury. I am an educator and author from Spartanburg, South Carolina, and today I'm going to be reading to you The Dot by Peter Reynolds. A great friend of mine and a great story, and I hope you enjoy it. It starts off in an empty classroom, and Vashti sat glued to her chair. Her paper was empty. If you saw her face, she looks kind of grumpy. She's not in a very good mood. The teacher leans over her blank paper and she says, a polar bear in a snowstorm. Very funny, said Vashti. I can't draw. Have you ever said that you can't do something before? I have. And I know that sometimes when I say I can't, really it means I haven't tried. Let's see what Vashti is thinking. Her teacher, I love her teacher so much, her teacher smiled at her and she said the famous words from this book, just make a mark and see where it takes you. Vashti grabbed a marker and gave the paper a good strong jab. There, she said. Her teacher picked up the paper and studied it carefully. She pushed the paper toward Vashti and quietly said, now sign it. You're probably thinking, well, it was just a dot, not a lot to sign. That's probably what Vashti was thinking too. Vashti thought for a moment. She said, well, maybe I can't draw, but I can sign my name. So she wrote her name at the bottom of the page and gave it to her teacher. The next week when Vashti got to art class, she was surprised to see what was hanging above the teacher's desk. It was the little dot she had drawn, her dot, all framed in swirly gold. Now, at first you may be thinking Vashti would be so proud that her artwork was hanging above the teacher's desk, but guess what? She was kind of mad about it. She said, I can do better than that. I think this is an interesting part of the story because if you think back just a week ago, what did Vashti say? She said, I can't draw. And now all of a sudden she says, I can do better than that. And look at what she did. She opened her never-before-used set of watercolors and started to work. Remember what I said is about when I say I can't do something, it's because I haven't really tried. Maybe Vashti hadn't tried, and you know she hadn't tried because she'd never even opened her watercolors before, right? But once she got them open, listen what happened. She painted and painted. She made a red dot, a purple dot, a yellow dot, a blue dot. She mixed the yellow with the blue and discovered she could make a green dot. Vashti kept experimenting with lots of different colors, lots of little dots in many, many colors. If I can make little dots, I can make big dots too. Vashti splashed her colors with bigger brush on bigger paper to make bigger dots. And then she even made a dot by not making a dot at all. Check this out. Pretty amazing that she made a dot by not even making a dot. She went from not even being able to paint or draw to making some pretty amazing work. And she did so good at the school art show a few weeks later. Vashti's artwork was quite a splash. While they were looking at the art, Vashti noticed a little boy gazing up at her. You're a really great artist. I wish I could draw, he said. I bet you can, said Vashti. Me? No, not me. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler, the little boy said. Vashti smiled. She handed the boy a blank sheet of paper, and she said, show me. The little boy's hand shook as he drew his line. Vashti stared at the little boy's squiggle. And then she said, please sign it. It's really cool to see how at the beginning Vashti thought she couldn't do it, but with the teacher's encouragement, not only could she do it, but she did a really amazing job at it. And then at the end of this book, she passed that same confidence, that same desire to do better right on to this little boy. That's why I love this book, The Dot by Peter Reynolds, because it reminds me that no matter what I do, to make a mark and see where it takes me. And I hope that'll do the same for you. Thanks for listening.